I turn the corner of a worn and cheerful sidewalk, walking along a strange yet familiar path of cracks and dips that flow along the banks of quiet little homes. Where we found that dying baby bird I cried about until it was time to go to karate. Where my pink bicycle took a turn for the worse. Over here is that wildflower bush I picked every flower off of so that I could give my mom the most beautiful bouquet ever. And then I stop because I'm standing in front of the pale blue house with the white trim and creaky screen door, the matching fence, and the swinging gate with the rusty latch. Keeping safe, a sun-bleached orange surfboard, a cluster of palm trees, a stone courtyard, and a little girl. The little girl doesn't notice me at first, too wrapped up in the entire world she's created out of a blue bucket, a small stuffed puppy, a brunette Barbie, all resting in a cardboard box as big as herself, colored with at least 10 different crayons, next to an already worn copy of the silver chair. Her hair keeps falling into her face while she plays, because I bet that her mother was too sleepy this morning to tie it up in a bouncing ponytail for her, and the idea hasn't even crossed her mind to ask her mother how to do it herself, because she can't dream of doing the constant brushing and tears and finally tying it off with a pretty hairband without the support of her mommy. But I refocus on the little girl in front of me, playing in the lazy October sunshine, because I've swallowed enough of my surprise to be able to talk to her. As I walk closer to the gate, the smile I was about to force into my face suddenly bursts out without thought, because I see her firmly scolding the stuffed puppy for not listening to the Barbie. "Hi, what's your name?" I call over the gate. While I know my way around this fence, as well as I know this little girl, I make it the boundary between the two of us, because I know that she'll be afraid of me. Sure enough, while she looks up at me and gives me a small smile, I can see the cautiousness and the firmly planted stranger danger mindset her parents have set about her as a protective shield, warring with her naturally talkative self. So I help her out and use the communication skills that she'll learn in the future. "My name is Hannah. I just got into the neighborhood, and I was just taking a walk when I saw you playing. It looks like you're having a lot of fun," I tell her. I break her protective shield as soon as I say Hannah, and she looks at me with her wide brown eyes shining. "My name is Hannah too, and yeah, I'm playing with my Barbie and my puppy." "I see. What kind of adventures are they having?" I ask. She looks at me shyly. "Well, right now they're pirates, and she's a very pretty one who has her puppy helping her on their magic ship in Narnia." "That's so cool," I say, excitedly remembering that adventure. She grins, a missing tooth only helping to show me her happiness, and then solemnly asks me a question. "Hannah, what's it like being a teenager?" she asks. I glance at her, startled, even though I really shouldn't be, for how could I forget how badly I wanted to be a teenager as a child? "Well," I tell her with a smile, "being a teenager is great. The things you'll learn, the ways you'll grow, the friends you'll make, the times you'll get to know God better, it's a wonderful time that I'm lucky to have. But being a teenager isn't about being composable or wearing pink braces or finally getting to wear mascara. There will be times when all you want to do is curl up and go back to Narnia, but you'll be faced with the pain that will kick you hard in the stomach. It'll help you grow, and being a teenager isn't as bad or as wonderful as everyone makes it to be. Just never forget to keep looking for Narnia in the back of your closet, and always keep your writing close to your heart. You'll feel a lot of different emotions, some perfect and some that'll break your heart. But never stop singing, even if your voice does break here and there." I notice that she's already gone back to scolding her stuffed puppy, but she grins at me and says, "I really like you." I grin back to mirror hers and say, "I like you too." "Hannah," says a deep voice from behind me, surprising me out of our shared smiles, as I turn around and see a tall man with blonde hair and sun-kissed skin. "Hey!" I cut myself off from saying Dad, remembering that my dad is 10 years older and waiting for me at our yellow house with brown trim. "Daddy, you're home! This girl is new. Her name is Hannah too." The man looks at me with a civil smile, but with confusion in his green eyes as he takes in my long brown hair and brown eyes, so similar to that of his little daughters. I see his crinkled forehead slowly smooth out as he thinks that the teenager in front of him could almost be... Well, it was lovely meeting you, Hannah. You have a wonderful imagination and a good heart. I have a feeling that you'll be just fine as a teenager, I say with a wink and turn to her father. Good meeting you, sir. And, because I just couldn't help it, I'm your daughter in 10 years. Nice meeting you guys. And with that, I toss a huge grin and wave at the stunned dad and his excited little girl as I turn the corner of a worn and cheerful sidewalk.